What's up, everyone? I haven't done a video in a while, but I'm in the shop today getting some sifters made up, getting ready to go down to our PA rendezvous here coming up this week. And so I figured I'd go ahead and do a video on how I bend the frames for the sifters that I'm making. They're a heavy duty sifter. Here's one that's finished. It's made from 11 gauge, which is 0.120, so it's only 5 thousandths thinner than 1/8 inch material. And it's got the raised diamond pattern mesh in the bottom. It's 1/8 inch thick as well, and it's 3 inch tall. It's a straight walled sifter, and the ones that I'm making are 7 inch by 10 inch, and super heavy duty sifter, and really like how well that turned out. And instead of having to cut and weld all the pieces together in the corner, I just went and got this cheap little brake from Harbor Freight. I think it's 32 inch brake, and I think like whenever they're on sale they're like 40 bucks, something like that. And what I did, because it'll say that it only handles up to, I think, 14 gauge max, maybe only 16 gauge max. But what I did is, from the outside to this bolt, 10 3/4, drilled a hole through the top plate and the bottom plate, ran a bolt up through, put a nut on it, tightened it down, and then I welded the back of the bolt to the bottom of the frame. Same thing on this side, 10 3/4 in, welded a nut on the back, welded the bolt on the back, and then the nuts are free. I've seen how some people mod these things with springs and everything, but for what I'm doing, this is all I'm ever going to use it for. So instead of having to put a wrench under here and then wrench on top of here to tighten it down, I just welded them to the back. And like I said, this is all I'm ever going to use this for. But to make the 10 inch by 7 inch sifter, 3 inch depth, start with a 34 inch piece of 3 inch 11 gauge, and then you'll measure down from one end, and you'll make your first line at 7, your second line at 17, your third line at 24. And what I'll do here is I'll flip you around here and show you how I use this. And I just use, you don't even need an impact drill, it's a cheap hammer drill to go ahead and speed up tightening that up. But if you're just gonna make yourself one sifter, if you're the person who likes to tinker around and make your own stuff, heads up, if you just go to like a welding shop, or like even, I know some of the hardware stores sell metal by 3 inch wide, and it's like 4 foot long pieces or 3 foot long pieces. You're going to, and then plus the mesh for the bottom, you're going to be way more than, without even buying this brake, just in the material alone, you're going to be well above going to them places, above what it would cost you to just go buy one of the heavy duty sifters out there. I mean, there's tons of them out there for only around $20 to $25 for a heavy duty sifter like that. But if you're the person who likes to make your own stuff and you don't mind it, you know, you might have other uses for this brake later on. I'll show you how I bend my frame, and then you only have one corner to weld instead of trying to line all them up individual pieces and weld them together. and then you just weld your mesh in. But you're going to start by putting your metal in, and you'll start bending at the first 7 line, and then you'll bend, move down to the 17, bend, move down to the 24 and bend. You don't want to start up here and bend the 10 and then the 7, because you won't be able to pull it back through if you have it the bolted style. If you have it C-clamp style, then it's not going to matter, except for you're going to hit whatever you got this mounted to if you bend it that way, if you start with the first 10-inch piece. So flip you around here, and I'll lean my phone up on them and try to get you in a good view, and we'll bend this up. All right. Sorry for the zoom in on the sifter frames there. Couldn't get my camera to flip around to the other view. But so what you do is you want to slide your piece in, all your material going in through, and you start with the 7-inch first, because like I said, if you start with the 10-inch, you're going to end up hitting whatever. You're not going to be able to finish your bends without colliding into your tabletop that you have your brake mounted to here. So you slide up this top plate right up here in front. I use a Sharpie, so what I do is my first line's at 7 inches. It's going to pull some of the material as it bends it, you know, like stretch it. So I split my Sharpie line with my top plate line here. Then you just tighten it down, and it ain't got to be reefed down. I did it this way just so it was a little quicker. This is just a cheap hammer drill, and I got it on like 17, so don't rip it out of my hands when I get to the tight. Snug them up, and then bend it up. And as you're bending, when you get near where you think you feel like you're at 90, check it. I just check it with a speed square here. I got one more. There we go. We're straight with the back. Loosen them up. Now you're going to slide it out to where you made that mark at 17 inches. And tighten it down. Repeat. Bend and check, bend and check. If you overbend a little bit, which is going to happen, just pour back some. There we go. Now we're going to go to our third and final mark that we marked at 24. This is the last bend. And what I do is it starts hitting up here on the other plate. It doesn't go over past it. I just take it and then it'll pop on the other side. And then check it. Now that's the most important part when bending it is to start with the first 7-inch, pull out, move to your next line, bend, pull back, because the openings, the flat, without the bend on this end, is underneath the plate, so you'll be able to just pull this back out. The other way, after you do your first bend and you go to do your next one, like I said, it'll be hitting the table. So then, there you go. Sorry I can't fit that all in there. I got so much junk on this little bench, but you'll get to this corner. There you go. Nice rectangle, 10-inch by 7-inch. Now this corner, the way you stretch the corners out, it's going to keep hitting like this. And this 10-inch piece is going to try to, there, that shows it. You're going to want to, when you weld it together, to keep the rectangle semi-even. And it's just a sifter. Like if you got it a little inward, what's it matter? You're throwing dirt and sifting it. But you just take it, your 7-inch back piece, and just even the corner out. And you'll slide it like that to where you just even the corner. And then you only got one corner to weld. And you'll weld on your bottom, your material you're going to use for sifting, and there you go. Nice heavy duty. I mean, this will last forever. Just like all them other heavy duty ones and that. And it's not heavy at all. It's still pretty lightweight. So just want to thank everyone for subscribing, and if you're new and haven't subscribed, appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button. Again, I apologize for not putting out many videos lately. I will start, now that I'm starting to get caught up with some things at work here at the shop, and then also seen in that one video, prepping my land to have the house put up and everything. Starting to get caught up, so some more videos to come, some trap prep and making more stuff, of course, and yeah, so I just appreciate everyone for watching. Hit that thumbs up, would appreciate that too, and leave down in the comments on maybe something you'd like to see, or maybe once we get closer to trapping season, maybe what you'd like to see more of, rather it's, you know, like coyote trapping, or making more trapping things, or just anything in general and that. And again, thank everyone, and until next time.